Hello cherry lovers, today we're back in Joyce's kitchen. Today I'm going to be making 4 simple Christmas cookie recipes, so stay tuned. Hello guys, as you can see the picture that Larry just showed you is a picture of the cookies. That's the first recipe we're going to start with. Now let me just say that this is my cookie recipe, my sugar cookie recipe that's already listed in my video, so that's where you're going to begin. The cookies I have already made the sugar cookie recipe, so that's what you're going to use for the cookies. You can make any shape, any size, it doesn't matter what size you make. You can still make this Santa Claus decoration on there. So we're going to begin right here, and the first thing we're going to do is I have some, now this is not chocolate, this is frosting, and we're going to frost the top for the hat. Now I've taken this frosting and all I've done is put some drops of food coloring right into it, and it's my cream cheese frosting that my family loves. You can use any frosting you want and any type of frosting that you want. And we're going to take the red sprinkles, this makes it a little bit redder, and just sprinkle it right on top. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do is take a marshmallow, and I cut these marshmallows in half because they seem to work a lot better. And just stick that right on there, and it sticks very nicely to the frosting. Now I have a piping bag here. I've already put in the frosting. This is my homemade cream cheese frosting, and I will leave the recipe for this. It's very, very simple right under the video in the description. And what you want to do here, we're going to put the trim of the hat, and you want to press it. This is so simple. This is something that I absolutely loved in the past doing with my grandkids. Not so much my children, but my grandchildren. We used to do this a lot. Okay, what are we going to do next? We're going to take the eyes, and I purchased these at Walmart. And you just want a teeny, teeny, tiny dab. Just like that, nothing bigger. And you want to place it right on top of the cookie. And we're going to take another one, just a teeny dab, you don't need much. And you're going to place that one right on top of there. And the next thing we're going to do is try to make the nose. Oh, like I said, I am not a professional artist. This is just something I do because I love doing it with my grandchildren. And I just love decorating them in general. For my family, my nieces, my nephews. And the next step we're going to do here, we don't need to put any frosting on here because we have the frosting right there. And you put that little dot there. And now we're just going to finish up the beard. You can do this any way you like. You can bring it down. You can bring little bunches to come across. However you see fit to do it. Like I said, I'm not a professional artist when doing this, but I love doing it. And they turn out so beautiful, and it's so simple. Look at that, guys. It doesn't get any more simpler than that. Now, what I'm going to do is move this cookie over here, and we're going to actually do one more of this one, just so you can get the gist of it. Take the cookie. Remember, this is my sugar cookie recipe. It's listed online amongst the other recipes that I have done. And here's one of the things that I tried. Some of those have it, some of them don't. But I actually, after I made the round cookie, I broke off a little piece and put this little tip there so it could like enhance the Santa Claus tip of the hat. So we're going to start with, let's see, we're going to do the red frosting. We're going to bring that across. There's no wrong way to do this. And the one thing that I wanted to share with you, I'm excited. My entire family, all of my children and my grandchildren, every one of them is supposed to be here for the Christmas holiday season, and I am so excited about that. But here's the thing that I'm most excited about. What I am going to attempt to do is get them all together and make a video of us actually doing these Christmas cookies decorations. I am ecstatic and I can't wait. Now, you saw I just put the frosting on the top for the cap, and then we'll just take a marshmallow. Remember, the marshmallows are cut in half. These are mini marshmallows. Remember that, cut in half. And they work so much nicer than just the half one. So the next thing we're going to do is, oh yeah, we're going to put the piping around the hat. Very simple, so simple. You can't mess it up, guys. And I love doing this. Just love doing it. Okay, there is the top. We're going to take an eye. And I got these little candies from Walmart. The little eyes. They come in a bag, I think, of like 30, which is like about 15 sets. And you just put a dab of frosting there. And there you go. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is, you know what? I did that backwards, didn't I? That's okay. You should put your sprinkle on before you put your white on, so we'll try not to get too much. Ah, very nice. Very nice. Okay, now we're going to do our mustache. Okay, we'll go ahead and put this down. And you can make designs, anything you can think of. Whip it up, whip it down, however you want to do it. Okay, now again, we're going to put a nose on. And put it right dead center. And there we go. How simple, how easy. Okay, we're going to move on to our next cookie recipe. So hang in there and stay tuned. Okay guys, the next cookie that we're going to work on is the Nutter Butter Santa Claus cookie. As you can see, it's real simple. You don't have to be a professional. And we're using white chocolate this time instead of white frosting. So the very first thing we have here is the white chocolate. And I simply put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Another 30 seconds, and then 15-second intervals to melt it. But I also have my double boiler, and you can use your double boiler to melt the chocolate. Now, I'm going to leave the recipes of the amounts down below the video so you'll know. But it actually depends on how many cookies you make, how many cookies you plan on making at one time. Also, we have here are the marshmallows for the cap. That's going to be the little ball, as you can see here on the cap. And then we have M&Ms for the nose. And then we have, this is actually frosting, and it's darkened frosting for the eyes. And I have a few sprinkles to put on the cap. And this is the red part of the Nutter Butter there. So we're going to take first the Nutter Butter, and what you do is simply dip it down into the chocolate, and I tilt this forward to bring it up a little bit. You want to shake that off, and if you tilt it up like this, it'll just lean forward back on that, and you want to place it on the wax paper. And you can just put it on the wire rack if you like, but I put some wax paper over that. And so we're going to take another cookie, and we're going to dip it into the chocolate and lean it forward. Tilt that up. And we're going to place that on there too. Now, it's going to take that about 15 minutes to kind of harden so you can finish. So while you're doing that, you can make the rest of the cookies, the part of the cookies that you're going to make. And as you can see, I've already putting some chocolate on here. It's nice and hardened. And I took and put the M&Ms right dead center for the nose. What we're going to do first is take, just like the one I've already done there, and just put some frosting across the top of it. This is going to be the Santa hat, sort of like the one I have on. Now, you can place your marshmallow, the little ball like the ball I have on my cap. You can place it at the top, you can place it on the right side, or you can place it on the left side, whatever your preference is. We're just going to put that one right there. And now you can put sprinkles on the cap, or you can skip the sprinkles and not use any sprinkles. We're just going to put a few more on there to make it a little bit more of a redder color. Okay, now that we have that, I have this darkened. This is just some frosting, and I'm going to try to get enough to make an eye. Now I'm not using chocolate here because it hardens so quickly. Not that fast, but fast enough. So we just want to put an eye there and put an eye there. Just try to make them even. Again, have fun with it. Take your time. And there we go. So that's basically all you do. And then you want to set it down to let it completely dry, harden. And it will. It takes no time to do that. So we're going to actually take one that's already hardened, one more, and we're going to put the red cap on. So simple. Have fun with this, guys. Have fun with your grandkids. I am so excited about my 2 youngest grandkids coming here this year. They're not little anymore, but I'm still excited for them to come and make cookies. They're going to be staying at Grandma's house this year. And I've got a lot of fun things planned. We're going to go over to Bronner's because they moved away when they were very young, so they don't remember ever going to Bronner's. I actually spoke with my oldest granddaughter that lives in another state from here. She says, I don't remember ever going to Bronner's. So Larry and I are going to take them over to Bronner's. Now, you got that little red cap. We're just going to take a marshmallow. This time we're going to stick it right over on that side. And these marshmallows, again, like the other cookies, are cut in half, and it just sits nicer on the cookie. Okay. Now I'm going to attempt to get these eyes on here again. I think what I should do is just put a little more chocolate so that I don't have to keep dabbing it. There we go. Very nice. I'm going to put that one right there. So that is the second Santa Christmas cookie. We're going to move on to the next. Stay tuned. Okay, cherry lovers, we're on to the third cookie recipe, and this is the Nutter Butter cookie balls, and it's so delicious, and this one is very simple and very quick. I've already placed my cookies into my Vitamix, and the only thing you want to do is ground your cookies up, and I'm going to turn this on in a second here, but you want to remember to grind them very fine because you want it to mix well to grab a hold of your cream cheese. Okay, we're going to stop for a second, and I'm going to take my top off, and I do have a tool that goes down in here, so you don't have to message me and tell me, where's the tool at? Why aren't you using that? Because I'm just going to use this because it's handy, and I didn't expect this to do this, and that's why I'm using this grinder. Okay, try that again. Okay, as you can see, it's grinding it up. Now, parts of this is pretty fine already, but the part of it that's not ground is a part that's coming into the center. So you want that to be pretty ground up. So I'm going to stop that one more time and give that a good mix just to make sure that it's nice and fine, finely ground. And it's coming together very well. So it takes about a minute. Not much longer than that. I'm going to place that in there again. And you don't have to do this in a Vitamix. You can do it in a blender, or You can actually crush it. I've actually done it myself. Put the cookies in a bag and put a towel over it so that it doesn't break the bag. And just grind it up with a hammer. And then once you get it going, you can actually mix that up with your hand. So if Larry will come in here and look, I want you to see the consistency. I don't know if he can see that or not. Why don't I just take that out? But you see how nice and ground up that is? That's the way you want it to look. So the next step, we're going to add the cream cheese. And remember, this is only a 3-ingredient recipe. That makes it really cool. We've got a cup of white chocolate and a package of Nutter Butters, and then 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese. So I will be right back to show you how to put the rest of it together. Okay guys, I've transferred that mix, which was the Nutter Butter cookies, all nice and crushed up, into my bowl here on my KitchenAid, and I added in that 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese. The next step is just to mix it up really, really well, and that doesn't take long. The cream cheese will mix up very quickly. And you want to take the time to make sure you use your spatula or whatever tool you're using and clean the sides off. I've mixed that somewhat, so it's only the same as the other part. It will only take about a minute, but we're going to turn that off and mix up, scrape the sides so we can get all of it in there. Make sure all the cookies is coated in the cream cheese. And put it back on for about another 15-20 seconds. Okay. And then once we're done mixing this up, we're going to take this out, shape it into some balls, and then we're going to put it on a toothpick, put it in my styrofoam block, and then set it in the freezer for about 20 minutes. And then I'll come back and show you how to do that too. But right now we're almost done finishing this, and then I'm going to show you how to put this in balls. I'll be right back. Okay, cherry lovers, here's the next simple part. You can either use a tablespoon measure or you can use this cookie scoop. It's 1 1/2 tablespoon cookie scoop. Now this is really simple too. I just reach in here, press that twice or 3 times, and that's it. But most people don't have a cookie scoop, so you can do the same thing with the tablespoon measure. I just put that on there. Do it again until you fill this tray up with about, let me see, I think it's, let's see how many rows here. And you just roll them up nicely into a ball. Okay, that's 4. And if you use 3, put this one in a nice ball. 3, 6, 9, 12. So you're going to have 12 balls on there. And you just keep going until you get your 12 balls. That's going to be a little too big. Okay. And that's basically all you do for your balls, and you're going to roll them up nicely into a nice even ball. And the next thing we're going to do here is take these balls, once we get this tray completely full, and you're going to stick it in your freezer for 20 minutes. That's it, 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes, I'll be back to show you how to finish these. But there's one other thing I wanted to say real quick. You can make just about any kind. You can make the Oreo vanilla, the yellows, the chocolate. You can make the peanut butter, Nutter Butters, any flavor you want for these Oreo balls. There is a lot of recipes for dipping them in chocolate, but we're going to be dipping these peanut butter balls in white chocolate, which is 2 of my favorite ingredients in the whole world, of course, along with the cream cheese. So I'll see you shortly. Okay guys, as you can see, I've started already with a couple of those. I removed these from the freezer, and they're nice and hard. And I put toothpicks into each ball. Now, this is the peanut butter ball, and the other ones that I used was the golden Oreos. So, as I said before, you can use just about any type of cookie that you want to use, but I've stuck this in the white chocolate, and I think that I didn't stick that toothpick in there far enough. Okay, but just roll it around, and you want to gently take that out, let that chocolate kind of melt off. One thing you got to remember though, these balls are already cold, they're already hard, so they're going to actually harden this chocolate a little bit faster. So what you want to do is kind of pick up the pace and do that a little bit faster. Roll that around, gently bring that out, and let that drip off. Do another one until you're all done. Now, as you can see, I'm using a styrofoam board there, and it just works so much easier because what you're going to do is let that harden. And believe it or not, you don't even have to put that back in the freezer because the balls are already cold. They're hardened from the freezer. They're actually going to harden that chocolate pretty quick. Okay. And you can see some is dripping off, but you can actually take that off when you're done. So this is the third cookie, and we are about to do one more, which, hello cherry lovers, now we're on to the fourth cookie. This one is called a sugar cookie donut. So it's in the shape of a donut, but it's a cookie. I saw this online and I thought it was a very cute idea. This is something that your grandchildren, or anyone for that matter, your neighbor's kids, will really enjoy doing. I really had fun doing this. Again, I'm not someone who is really big on decorating and all of that, but I do know how to have fun when I'm doing this. But I gotta show you this recipe because it is so cute. Now, one of the simple things that we're going to talk about is the sugar cookie recipe. It's the same identical recipe that I have used from the beginning to the end, so you can use the same recipe. Now, we're going to start with putting a little flour on the pan. Now, for sake of time and space, I'm not using a very large area, but what you want to do when you dig into your bowl, just get enough dough out to fit in the palm of your hand. That's all you need. And then, unless of course you're using a much larger area, and then you can roll it out. And you want to roll the cookie dough out to about 1/4 of an inch. And I've found this perfect glass. I found a lot of different circles that I could use, but this one made the most perfect size donut. And this right here, my son Anthony, he collects shot glasses, and this top was perfect for the center. So that's why I chose these two options. But I'm just spreading this out enough to make a big enough area for my cookie donut. And we're just gonna pull that out. And you got a little flour there, which is good so you don't stick. And you can try to get this in the center as much as is possible. And then just twist it, press down. Do not throw away this piece, because what I'm doing with these pieces that come out of the center, just rolling them up in a ball, and then guess what you got? Donut holes, of course. Okay, so we're going to pull that aside. I'm going to show you a few more. This we'll put back in here, but again, just get a ball that will fit in the palm of your hand. That will be enough if you're gonna, do them one at a time and use this kind of space. I just flatten it out to get down to about 1/4 of an inch thick, and then take whatever shape you're gonna use, however large or small, twist it around, take that off, and throw that back in a bowl. And then get your donut hole, center it as best you can. They don't have to be perfect. Your grandkids or children or neighbors' kids, okay, come on out, will love this cookie making. It's really cute. Who would ever imagine a donut cookie? And it works out perfectly. You got the center out. You want to just roll it in your hand lightly. You got a donut hole. And put that one to that side. We're gonna put a little more flour on here because it will stick, so you wanna keep your area flour. Grab you another ball. Get it enough about the size of the palm of your hand. Flatten it out. You can roll it out if you got a larger area, that's perfectly fine, or you can roll it out for 3 or 4 or 5 cookies at a time. That's good enough. Twist. So easy, so simple, and so quick. Take that out, throw it to the side. Okay. Now we're going to do our donut hole. Center it best you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Pop out your donut hole. Roll it. There you go. Now how simple can it be? That's how simple it is. We're going to do one more just so I can show you. One more ball. So simple. Put enough size in your palm of your hand. Flatten it out depending on whatever area you're working with to about 1/8 of an inch thick. Put your cutter, whatever you're using, turn it. Comes out really simple. Pull that off. Dump that in your bowl. Take your center. Take your donut hole out. Sometimes they get a little stuck, but that's okay. It'll come out. Roll your little donut hole, and there you go. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is the most fun part, the simplest part. We're going to decorate. And as you can see, if Larry will take a look here, I've got a lot of different varieties of toppings, and you can use anything you want. I've got some sugar sprinkles. I've even got some powdered peppermint candy, and that one is really good. You may not think it tastes good, but it's delicious. And then we've got the different color frostings. I've got some M&Ms of various colors, and I've even got some marshmallows there. So the next thing we're going to do is just the most fun part of all, and we're going to decorate any way you want. So stay tuned. Okay, cherry lovers, let's finish this 4th cookie, and to me it was the most fun, and it's simply a sugar cookie donut. Now, I showed you before, we've got all types of different decorations that you can use, and of course you can pick anything that you want. Hundreds of thousands of choices out there probably, but I'm going to begin with this one. I'm going to frost just 1/2 of this cookie with this color. And as I was telling you, one of my greatest hopes for the end of this season is to get my whole entire family at my house before Christmas to do a color frosting. I can make it a contest, or we can just have a whole lot of fun. My family is like real competitive, so they would love to say, okay, mine is the best. Let's see who gets it colored the most, the best. But it's just about fun. And I've colored this 1/2 with that. Now I'm going to take some white frosting and do the other side. Now again, have fun with this. Use your imagination, do whatever you like. Let's see, what shall we try? Let's do some sprinkles on this side. That'll show up really nice. There you go. Now, you can leave this just like that. It would be perfectly fine. Or you can put you some marshmallows on it. Whatever you like. You can make a face, you can make whatever you want. Just have fun. That's the main point. Have fun. It's not fancy or anything, but it is a donut with designs on it. So let's do another one. How about we take the blue and completely cover the entire donut. Such a cool idea. I don't know who invented this, but whoever did, thank you. I love this idea. And we're going to cover this completely with the blue. Let's swirl it around. Do whatever you like. Whatever kind of design you like. And you can even, another thought that I had, you can even put a name on here. You can put names on your cookies, which I thought about doing for my family during the Christmas party, to put some names on them. So you can mix the colors any way you like. Okay, that's another idea. So it's just really, really simple. You can do any way you want, but what I wanted to show you, this was so cool. These are the donut holes, and of course you put them in a ball and then they kind of puff up. But watch this, and this is a flavor that I was first thinking, oh, that's probably not going to taste good. But I tried it anyway because I love peppermint. And I made a lot of peppermint candy And I love the peppermint candy, but I prefer the soft peppermint candy. So this is what I did. I took the peppermint. Now the ones that I bought was called Redbird's Peppermint Puffs. They weren't the peppermint canes, they were just the puffs. And so it's really soft powder. Nice and soft and delicious. If you like peppermint, you will love this peppermint cookie. I was thinking that that wouldn't be a good idea. Peppermint cookie didn't sound good to me, but it actually tastes amazing. And you can put a marshmallow on here, or you can just leave it like that. Okay, so we're just gonna do one more just for the fun of it, just because I'm having a good time and enjoying myself. We're just gonna do one more, and I think I'll take and put a little bit of green here, a little bit of green here. So again, have fun. There is no wrong way to do this. No one can say, oh, your cookie's ugly. Well, I mean, they could say that, but there's no such thing as an ugly cookie, right? Okay, and then we'll take a little bit of pink, red, whatever you want to call it. Put some on that side and put some on this side. Get you a little more. Okay. And you can put some sprinkles on here. You can even choose some peppermint, however you want to do that. Okay, that looks beautiful, right? Right. All right, guys. I want to thank you so much for joining me for this Christmas holiday cookie set. By the way, cherry lovers, here is a variety of the cookies that Larry and I made this holiday season. They are endless. Remember the sugar cookie recipe, but there's also the Nutter Butter recipe. But the sugar cookie recipes, the different things you can do with the sugar cookies are endless. So remember, have fun, enjoy your family, and I'm thinking there's going to be one more video before the end of this season, and that's the one where I'm hoping I can get my entire family over to my house to decorate cookies, and Larry's going to film it all on video. So be looking for that video, guys. And I want to wish you from Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm, from Larry and I, to all of you, Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year. And if you like this video, remember right up here, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. We appreciate each and every one of you. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you from Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm. Have a wonderful holiday. Bye now.